My name is Jean-Luc Boissonneau. Some people call me JLB. There will be no one before me. There'll be no one after me. That's why they call me the one and only, the river that flows, that helps everybody grow, a cancer sign that keeps everyone aligned. I am here to help you. I am a business coach with my own approach. Hear my story. Creativity is so powerful and infinite that you're just one idea away from changing everything. And this story starts with being in a coffee shop with my ex, Chelsea, and we were eating desserts. We had smoked a joint, and we felt just like, all right, we were setting a meeting to think about other events we could create because we had created a dozen events, and we just liked the feeling of well, she mostly liked the feeling of just all of a sudden, working behind the scenes for one big day that just explodes with a lot of money and success and abundance. And so we're eating, and this goes, I think I said, like, what do people love in Ottawa, in our city? And she's like, desserts. We were eating desserts, everyone loves desserts. Yeah, what if we could do a dessert festival? Yeah, what if we had like every dessert, every little store, every restaurant in the city provide like a sample of their desserts for people, and we put it all under one roof and we connect people together, right? Which is, by the way, this is the world we live in now. Is marketing is about connecting people together, bringing containers together. Anyways, so we decided, yeah, let's do it. This is a winner. So we started, said, okay, how are we going to do this? And now I got into my game that I'm really good at, this kind of strategic marketing, how to get attention, how to stand out. And this was on a larger scale. I had been in fitness, in different kind of businesses, but this one was desserts. Like, everyone loves desserts. So I thought I wanted to see what my potential was. So the first thing that came to mind was getting a mascot, buying a mascot, not just any mascot, but the top mascot. So what I did is I thought about what I wanted this to look like. So I wanted to have a big jelly donut, and I wanted to have it to have a feel where it was just sort of like this jolly mascot. So I thought about Peter from Family Guy. And I was like, oh, his kind of feel, but in a jelly donut. And I sketched it out, and then I sent it to the top mascot producers, creators in the country that do all the top level athletes, top teams and stuff in sports. So this became one of this $6,000 to pay for a mascot became everything, because we used him as a story. My idea was to bring him to different events that were going on, different marathons, have him be there. And it was just sort of organically growing as it happened. 4 weeks before the event, there's 420 on Parliament. This is before weed was legalized. So we know 4 weeks before, there's thousands of people going to the Parliament Hill, which is like the White House in the US for those who are American. And I know that there's thousands of people that are going to be there. So I decided, okay, let's get the donut, make sure that the donut's there, because that would just be epic. Everyone's on Parliament Hill and they see this donut, they're going to take selfies, and that's going to promote the event 4 weeks before, a big push. So I get this thing designed. We're like on a side street where the truck is being delivered. My sister gets in the costume. She starts walking on the street, and right away there's a group of girls across the street just run over. They start taking selfies with their hashtagging, and then I see another group. Oh, they see them run over. They start taking. And I'm just laughing. I'm laughing because I'm like, wow, this is going to be wild. if we turn the corner here, there's thousands of people on the street that are high and they're going to see this giant donut. And I'm actually starting to get worried. I had a security guy with me, a police officer, actually, a friend, that was escorting this donut with me. So here we are, me, this police officer, and then Chelsea and my sister in the donut, and we're walking down the street. We turn the corner and it's just chaos. Like people are crowding him. They're all wanting to take selfies. And on his hat, it's in Dessert Fest, you know, and we're walking through the streets and we end up, I'm getting worried at this point. So I'm like, he's getting just ambushed. And I was like, okay, what happens when we turn on to Parliament Hill and we get actually on the lawn, you know? So we get there, we turn on the lawn, and there's just the grass is filled with a bunch of people, just like in little circles. And then yeah, and then there's a guy on the top of the stairs, and he's got a microphone, and he's talking to this crowd of thousands of people. And there's cameras set up, all national news, all set up there. And he sees the donut from a distance. And right away, when we turn on the lawn, he goes, "Get that donut over here." And we made our way all the way to the top of the stairs. And he gives me the microphone and he says, "What's going on here?" So I got the mic. Of course, this is my opportunity to tell all of Canada what Dessert Fest was all about. The ultimate cheat day, the place where all desserts are under one roof. The Willy Wonka, you know, we actually even had the golden tickets. We gave those out as a contest. But anyways, we got national coverage for this mascot. Now that worked so well. Said, where else can we use this mascot? We went to the hockey game. And right outside the door, the national news is there again. And they said, "Wow, come here. We'd like to interview you. What's going on?" They start talking about Dessert Fest. So we used this mascot. We even did a story with this mascot where on our social media, we just started to introduce who Jelly was. Jelly was this donut, and he had he was in search of his girlfriend Chocoleta, you know, that would only be found at the Dessert Fest. So people were engaged in the story of Jelly, actually to the point where after the event, people were like messaging me and wondering what the next part of the story was because they were so engaged in it. So just a little thing, an idea that just was bold and just created so much that I had 30,000 people come in 2 days to this event. We rented out this 30,000 foot square building and right in the heart of the city. And it was a problem because it was so full. We ran out of food and we had a lineup. So this video that I'm going to show you here is the lineup, the people that couldn't get in because we were sold out. So that's how much of a success it was. And by the end, we were exhausted from just having to deal with that many people and issues and things like that throughout the day for 2 days. But talk about a marketing success and how far you can stretch a good idea. So be bold. So this is just an example of what I bring to the table when I work with business owners and how I can add some creative energy and some out of the box thinking on helping you become a massive success.